Hello, everyone. Welcome to Moneyline Media and Brooklyn Tides Hot Stove, presented by Moneyline Media. We are joined by the Stark brothers. You've heard about them so far on Brooklyn Tides. We can't wait to talk all about the Tides season that's coming up. But first, let's get you guys started on when did you start playing baseball? When did you fall in love with it? Talk to us about that, Justin. Since you're older, I'll let you go first.
Well, we've been playing ball as far as I can remember, going back to South Shore Little League in Tottenville, Staten Island. We both played there. A lot of memories on the South Shore, and little by little, we worked our way out and have been playing for many different teams. It seems like an eternity at this point. I've been playing baseball for about 30 years now, and never going to stop.
Awesome. How about you, Jordan?
Started about 5 or 6 years old playing for Staten Island, and since we were different ages, we would always be on different teams. But ever since we started playing men's league, we were able to join forces, and it's the first time me and Justin were able to be on the same team together. So it's definitely been fun to have that men's league experience versus when we were growing up.
What's more fun, playing against him or playing with him?
Well, we never played against each other on the field, but we would just be in different ages. He's 5 years older, in kind of a different league.
Gotcha.
But great being on the team together, and supporting each other.
Right. So I know you guys were in the same league going forward. I know, Justin, you talked to me a little bit about it. What was that like? I know the Pirates have actually beaten the Tides in an elimination matchup before. What was that like playing for the Pirates? If you can give me just a couple words to describe that.
Yeah, I mean, the Pirates it was a great time in our lives, and we have a lot of great memories and a lot of great friendships. And playing for Rich Guarino, he's an island hero. Everybody knows about Rich, so that was a really good period in our lives, and learned a lot playing with those guys. And it's cool that we're on a new team now that has a new chapter in our life, and a lot of great players there. So we're looking forward to it.
How about you, Jordan? I know you played for the Pirates as well. What was that experience like for you?
Great, I feel like Pirates were a little more vintage, so we got a glimpse of what men's leagues were like on Staten Island past. But Pirates are definitely a part of me. I'll always have a place for the Pirates in my heart. Black and gold. But it's good. They're kind of teetering off now, and it seems like they're closing up shop. Continue with another major.
So, obviously, this summer/fall, you guys moved to the Tides. What impact did your move to the Tides? I know you talked about how the Pirates are kind of closing up shop a little bit. Guys are getting older, things like that. But what impacted you to move to the Tides as opposed to another team? Justin, you could start. Sorry, I keep picking on Justin first.
Yeah, well, that's all right. Well, we were, we always play. We're always looking to play. There isn't a season that goes by that we're not down to play some baseball. And it just so happened that the Pirates couldn't field the team for the fall, and we were kind of on the fence of whether or not we were even going to play, and we were kind of floating out there and looking for a life raft, and in came the Tide and picked us up, and Jerry took us in his bosom and carried us to safety, and gave us a place to play. So it's been destiny ever since the home run derby with where we kind of joined forces.
Awesome. Jordan, what was the contract? I've always been interested. What is the contract negotiations like? Because Paul brings it up when me and him talk, and I wonder, you've been in that position as a coveted free agent. What are those talks like, Jordan?
Intense, but for the legalities of it, I can't disclose too much. There's times there's shouting, and sometimes it gets intense. But they ever since we were at the home run derby, where I was in it, me and Justin were in it for the Pirates, and Jerry came up to us, and he seemed to kind of be the most welcoming of any team, and it right away. He showed interest. We showed interest, and it seemed like a good fit every then.
You guys bring up Jerry. Everyone kind of has a favorite Jerry memory. I know you guys haven't been on the team long, but do you, both of you, either one, have a favorite Jerry memory?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of new for us, so I can't. I've heard some stories about him
Yes.
being ejected, and that's not really the Jerry that I know. It seems like he's all business, but yeah, I mean, it was, I think, the second game that we were, or it might have been the first game that we played, and the whole team was kind of warming up together, and everybody had a throwing partner, and it really felt like a really together atmosphere. And Jerry was kind of patrolling the sidelines and keeping an eye on everything. And somebody made some type of comment about it being, being different. And he jumped in and he was like, this is a new era, and we mean business. And, the authority and the leadership that he showed that night, and showing that we were coming together as this new unit, it really stood out to me. And I was excited at that point that, we had picked the right team to play with, and the right manager to work with.
Jordan, you led the league in stolen bases in the fall. How do you plan on keeping that intensity and that up in the spring summer season?
We train a lot to maintain the speed, but I think it's all about aggressiveness and kind of just being direct with it. They kind of know you're going to go, but you're going to try to be aggressive as possible, get the best lead. And, I'm looking to basically steal every time I'm on base. Unless I'm on second and there's there's 2 outs or something, or no outs, I'm basically trying to steal them every time. So do it that many times, you're going to be able to rack up steals, but part of the game, and it makes everybody else kind of get that aggressive mindset. Expose the catcher, kind of get in the catcher's head, get in the pitcher's head, knowing that people are running on them. So I definitely think it's an important part of the game.
Awesome. Jordan, you also moved from center field to left field this last season. What was that like for you? And do you have a position that you're looking forward to maybe playing that you didn't get the chance to play yet for the Tides?
I just love the outfield, any position in general. I played center on Pirates, but I played left in college, so I'm comfortable there. And Dave is a veteran. He's very well respected in the league, and he runs a great center field. So I'm happy to play next to him in left field. Yeah, I could play left, right, center, wherever they need me. But as long as I'm in the outfield, I'm happy.
Team player. That's which we've heard about both of you guys so far. Justin, you primarily catch. What's it been like with that pitching rotation? I know it's a great pitching rotation. Mitch, I know, is a stud. I know Nick is good. Robbie can, I know, throw the ball if he needs to. What has it been like working with that pitching rotation so far?
Yeah, there's quite a few elite pitchers on the Tides, and it's always a pleasure when you can catch for somebody who knows exactly what they want to throw and can throw it exactly where they want it, and have an arsenal. I mean, Mitch is a pro. He's played overseas, and that's just a great arm. And then we have other guys like Tony Rivera and Robbie and Nick Stumpo, and they're all just consummate professionals. Some of them throw a little bit harder than others, and I won't say who because I don't want anybody to feel bad, but they know who they are. And some of the more electric pitching is harder to get under control at first, but once we're on the same page, it's a lot of fun and challenges me. So anytime I'm challenged back there and I'm able to get better and grow, I'm a happy catcher.
Now, you also led the league this year, or set a Tides record for home runs, which is great. Mm-hmm. How do you plan on keeping that momentum up this coming season?
We did some hitting last night, and it wasn't looking so good for me. So I guess I haven't kept up the momentum, but it takes some time to find the swing and to get there. But it's a long year, and every year you learn from mistakes from the past year. So hoping to just keep my swing clean and stay sharp, and make solid contact. And if it goes, it goes.
Awesome. So both of you were free agents in the fall. Can we get a formal statement on where you guys might be going this upcoming season?
Yeah, well, I got the hat on already, so I think it's a done deal at this point. We haven't signed any sort of paper, so the ink isn't necessarily dry, but it looks like it's going to be the Tides for myself.
Jordan, are you planning on pulling? I don't even know how to describe pulling. Maybe a Kevin Garnett and Kevin Durant and going somewhere else, or are you sticking with your brother?
Getting before it starts up, when it gets you just to keep the hot stove interesting. I don't care, but it's probably leaning towards staying with the Tides for sure.
Okay. Have you guys spoken to front office? Because I know there was a free agent, and I won't say his name, that was ignoring front office until he got his deal done. Are you guys talking to front office currently to get this deal done?
Yeah, I mean, we got open lines of communication. We're on good terms with everybody, so I think they know what we want. We kind of know what they want, so it's. I think we're all on the same page.
Awesome, good. Jordan, same for you.
Yeah, we're on the same page. We're all on the thread. Everybody's ready to go, and yeah, I'm psyched about it for sure.
If for both of you, this question is for both of you. In this upcoming season, what are you looking to improve on?
Jordan, you want to take that one first?
I'm gonna. I have a feeling where it's going, but trying to improve on. Trying to improve on contact, consistent contact. At Mid Island, it's kind of a bandbox, so it's easy to get in your head and try to get out every time. But that usually isn't. It hurts you more than it helps you, and then the strikeouts start racking up. So trying to limit the strikeouts, make more contact, kind of just get on base, be able to steal those bases like we were talking about, and let the heavy hitters do the bombs like this guy and Robbie McGuire behind me. So just being more of a contact hitter, I'd say. Getting
on base is super important when you have those studs behind you. Not that you're not a stud, you are as well, but power hitters behind you. Justin, how about you? What are you looking to work on?
Yeah, I mean, it was going to be the strikeouts, but yeah, I've tended to lead a lot of teams that I'm on in strikeouts. It's just one of those things that, it's I'm usually going for it all, and I'm not very controlled. So if it's not a home run, it ends up being a strikeout. So I definitely want to make a little bit more contact, a little bit more, base to base. Get on, run a little bit. But yeah, those strikeout numbers, they're really high, so they got to come down.
Awesome. All right. So we know that Tides are kind of in a change of identity with their new uniforms. Do you guys have any preference on also, do the uniforms impact your free agency decision? What uniforms are you guys leaning towards? What particularly stuck out to you?
Well, I just bought a new jersey and a hat, so unless they want to donate some new gear, I mean, I'd rather stick with what we have since mine's brand new. But for the betterment of the team, I do just like that navy classy. I saw something where Stingo had some red trim on the sleeves and neck, so I don't have that one. I like that one. Something a little bit more like a classic baseball jersey, because right now it's an Under Armour shirt, so it's comfortable, but it's I'd rather something that's a bit more formal of a jersey. So the navy with the red trim, that's my pick.
Gotcha. Jordan, do you have one that you particularly like?
Concept of the red one, like a red jersey with the Brooklyn in blue. So our jersey says Tides, so the red version would say Brooklyn as opposed to Tides. But yeah, same route where it would be more of a formal jersey and not go with the Under Armour again. Like you said, it's comfortable, but there's something about the feel, the buttons, and that authentic jersey that would be nice to compliment.
By the way, you guys have awesome gear. Like I was just looking at some gear because myself and James need some gear for sure. And I was just looking at your gear. You guys got great gear. Are all the teams like that? Do they all have crazy gear, or are the Tides just special? Because I mean, I know Stingo puts in a lot of effort.
Yeah, I mean, we feel you gotta look like a pro first in order to play like a pro. Starts with the outfit, and then you go from there. So I think everybody's sort of coming from that same camp. So there's a lot of sharp dressers. You know, you already got in touch with Dimitri. You know where the bar is set. So
Yes.
everything kind of follows from there. A lot of swag on the Tides.
Awesome. All right. So, guys, it comes to that time that we have to now do most likely to, which is a game that have gotten some people in trouble, and I understand that, and I'm going to keep doing it anyway. But both of you can answer. I don't know. Whoever wants to go first can go first. Most likely to run for the ice cream truck.
I mean, I gotta go with Jerry.
Jerry. Jordan, are you going Jerry as well?
Jerry.
Jerry, okay. Okay. After a night out, after beating a team, who is most likely to foot the bill?
Will Misguided Spirits.
Yeah, Will.
Will. Yep. Okay.
Even if you can't cover it, he seems like the type of guy that's gonna
Try.
figure out a way to make it happen. Be the hero.
Who would most likely run out on the bill before paying their portion?
Probably Robbie.
You agree, Jordan?
Robbie has no tact.
Who is who is most likely to storm the pitcher after getting hit by a pitch?
I would probably say Fonzie. I think Fonzie's a wild card, so I go with him.
Jordan, how about you?
Hey, Fonzie would probably actually do it. I could see Dave Avila. I could see him kind of like threatening to charge, but then not charging.
Gotcha.
Kind of trying to stir it like about to charge.
Who is most likely to be the Bachelor? It's a new one for you guys.
On TV. That is a new one.
A lot of good-looking guys on your team, so it could be.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think about who I would want to watch on The Bachelor just as much as who I could see. I could see Tony doing something like that. I could definitely see Tony going and with the Rose and the whole thing, and having a lot of fans.
Jordan, how about you?
See Dimitri doing it. Dimitri's got good star power. He could be entertaining for like a season. He's got a good sense of humor.
Okay, good answers.
That's a good answer. Yeah.
If you guys were to start a professional baseball team or buy a professional baseball team, who are you most likely to hire as your manager?
I mean, that's fearless leader. It's Jerry at this point. He's our guy. Wouldn't be anybody else.
How about you, Jordan? Same thing? Okay. Who is most likely to eat an entire bag of sunflower seeds?
I don't know. I mean, I don't spend much time in the dugout, so it's kind of tough. It's usually kind of empty in there, so I don't know. But Paul seems to be the guy that the answers go to him. So probably him. He's always got the big supersized bag, so probably him.
Jordan, do you got anyone?
Well, no one's mentioned. I don't know because they're not out there, but I'd say Dave. Dave is lost. Sorry to use him twice, but I'm in left, so but it feels like every time I look over to center field, Dave's got his hand in his back pocket the first seat.
Gotcha.
Unless he got an itch or something, I think it's.
Okay. We talked about this. Who has the best style?
I mean, I think we got the best style. I think Jordan and I, we got the best style on the team.
Who do you guys think has the worst style? Jordan, I got to go to you first this time. I feel like
Man, maybe Stingo.
Stingo. Okay. So funny enough, Stingo has gotten both sides of this answer. Like he's gotten the best dressed and he's gotten the worst dressed. So
That's good.
Texas gear is really good. It's like brand new, but it's something's off about it. So it's like for the good something to be off.
who is most likely to forget their glove?
Robbie.
Yeah.
Justin, you're going Robbie too?
Yeah. I don't think he even has a bag. I've just seen he like shows up in a hoodie or something.
Who would you, if I don't know if you guys, I don't think you guys have a sister. Justin and I talked about this before, but for your imaginary sister, who would you most likely let date her, like on the team?
Jordan, you want to go first?
I don't know if you have an answer. You go. I'm thinking.
You guys are, by the way, are the clear winners in this category.
Right. I'm happy to hear that. And Jordan, Jordan is kind of taken right now, so that leaves me as the lone guy there. So I mean, I might have a good summer ahead of me.
You might. Yeah,
but
you have a great reputation.
for my pick, I have to say it's got to be Jerry because not I don't know if anybody's picked him yet, but one, he has a amazing head of hair.
He does.
And I think that's very important. And, I would want my nieces and nephews to have good hair coming out. And I think that Jerry would help. And he's also a very funny guy. And I think sense of humor is important. And I hear that women really value that. So my pick is Jerry. I mean, guy's a leader.
Jordan, do you have the same answer or you differ? Because Jerry's another one who has now officially been put in both categories of this.
Okay.
I'd say, maybe Stella because he's a really nice guy, but he also seems like he could be a little crazy, a little unpredictable. So I don't know if I would pick him. I'd say maybe Stingo. Stingo seems to be like a level-headed, loyal guy. I could see him like really like whining and dining girl, taking her out, getting her flowers and stuff. He like really had a crush. He's like the one kid who sent messages to the thread about having like crushes on girls, like, and not, in like a more romantic kind of way.
Yes.
Maybe he kind of looks at things. So he'd be a good like person to date her.
I'm not saying this because you guys are free agents, but you both mentioned the two guys in the front office. Are we trying to get a better contract deal? Is that what's going on here?
I mean, it's probably what it looks like, but these guys, they're leaders, and then
they are
the players on the team. You can't trust these guys.
Okay,
baseball players, you can't trust them.
Well, that brings me to my next point. Who would you least let date your sister? There is a clear favorite in this, and I don't think anyone.
Yeah, I know, but he would. I wouldn't. It wouldn't even be a. It wouldn't even be a conversation. I don't know. It's a tough. It's a tough one. I guess it would. It would have to be him. So.
Guy who shall not be named.
But I have to mention one other guy which doesn't get a lot of credit when it comes to and it just came because you said it was a front office thing. So not in the front office. I do think that Mitch would be a good guy for my hypothetical sister because he's a very deep. He's got a good heart. You can tell.
After interviewing him, I was shocked that, and not obviously after interviewing you, I understand why many of the gentlemen would like you guys you would be the guys. But I was very surprised because he has a very calming personality.
Yeah, good guy, good heart. So if Jerry's busy, then Mitch can take her out.
Gotcha. Jordan, do you have someone who you would least let date your sister, or is it the same answer?
Maybe like Tony.
Okay.
He says Mitch to date her, but Mitch is big on like Instagram girls, so he might.
That's true.
He could be a good pick for his sister because I think he's like the only guy on the team that's actually married, and he has kids, so he is proven capable of like having establishing like a relationship that lasts.
Gotcha. All right, I'll get one more question to you guys because I know you guys had a long day. Who would be the best president
from the team?
Yeah. Yeah. No, we don't get political here. I don't need to know the real the Brooklyn Tide president of the United States.
I'd have to say, just to be different than some of the answers that I've already said and not be repetitive, I think Nate would be a good president because he's a very positive guy and a very happy guy. And I've never heard him like say anything negative or anything bad about anybody. So I think he'd be somebody that people could rally around and support.
Awesome. Jordan?
JP most likely win the presidency. He's like he can talk, so it's big. You have to campaign to win the presidency. It seems like he likes to give speeches and like speak to a group, do public speaking. I know he coaches, so I think he could be successful, kind of like rallying people, and he would have no like trouble speaking in front of big crowds and doing the campaign.
Awesome. Justin and Jordan, thank you guys so much for coming on. I had a great time with you. Can't wait to have you back on. Best of luck in the season coming off and in your off season.
Thanks for having us. You're doing a great job. We're
Thank
happy
you.
to be here.
Pleasure. Thank you for having us.
All right. Bye, guys.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Awesome. Great guys, Justin and Jordan Starr. Can't wait to see them coming up on the season with the Tides. We are excited. It was approaching. We can't wait.